It's BS with Bob Schmidt here on today's Talk 1490. Good morning. My name is Bob. So there's a lot of turmoil going on in the world right now, and a lot of us have kids. A lot of our kids have questions. When your kid asks you a question, Mom, Dad, what's going on in Paris? Mom, Dad, do I have to worry about that kind of thing? Is that something that's going to happen here in my backyard? Mom, Dad, what do I do? I'm having a hard... Maria Luce joining me now, a parenting expert from the Empowered Mom, a former reporter as well, I understand. Maria, good morning. Thanks for being on with me this morning. So what do we tell our kids when they ask these questions, these tough questions that we don't know how to answer?
They are tough questions. I just want to say good morning to everyone and to you and all your listeners, and thank you for having me on. These are some of the tough questions that don't have easy answers. However, I will say when you are speaking with your kids about it, and especially when you should be speaking with your kids about it regardless. And, of course, let's just preface this with, age appropriateness. Because whether you're talking to a 6-year-old or a 14-year-old or a 7-year-old, your conversations are going to be different, obviously.
Absolutely. And it's funny, as the kids get older, too, they understand that some things are real and some things are not. And with some of the things that we're seeing happening in the country, Maria, we're seeing things that seem like they would not be real just because they're so outlandish. You know what I mean?
Well, you're exactly right. Number one, let's talk about, in the moment, validate their fears, their worries, and concerns. But what you just said, find out where they're getting their information. Because after the Ariana Grande concert the news broke about that, one of my sons was home from school, and so I went to go discuss it, talk to him about it. And I said, hey, babe, I need to talk to you about something. And he said, no.
Oh, you cut out. You cut out there. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I'm sorry. That my son already knew when I went to go talk to him about it.
Uh-huh.
He already knew. And where did he get his information? From Snapchat.
Oh, really?
So so that's a big thing that parents need to be aware of. Where are they getting their information? And monitor what's going on in their social media, because you have to remember, number one, in this event with the Ariana Grande case, this is especially tough on kids because they're seeing these images and they're seeing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to look at where are they getting their information and then reassure them with facts. I mean, the information they may be getting on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat may not be the actual factual element of the story.
Right, and I know that just because I have teenagers at home, and I see the same thing there with them. It's like, yeah, how do you know that? Well, I saw it on Facebook, or somebody snapped it at me, and I'm like, first of all, I don't know what snap means, but now I do. but they're finding out their information just like that, quicker, as quick as we are, but they're getting it from maybe an unnamed source or a source that may not all be true or whatever. So we have to be paying attention to those kind of things. What do we say to our kids if they come up and just straight out ask, is this something that can happen here?
You can't lie. You absolutely, if you were to tell them, now let's just talk, 10 or 17, or, we're not talking a 6-year-old.
Right, we're talking
let's talk different. We talk about, we would, you do need to address, okay, what would our safety plans be? What can we do to keep ourselves safe and be more aware and family contact, that type of thing. But if your kids come out and say, which has happened to me, Mommy, can this happen here? Would this happen to us? You can't lie. Because if you were to say, no, this just happened somewhere else, well, guess what? It doesn't always. And your children are looking to you to get the right answers and security. And the last thing you want to do is be dishonest with them because they will see through that.
True. Kids are smarter than we give them credit for a lot of times, aren't they, Maria?
Most times.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing, but can be a bad thing. That's why we have to really guide them through this. And, Again, validate their worries and concerns, reassure them with facts, ask them what they do know, and I often suggest not necessarily discussing purely facts about the issue, whatever the case may be, but, well, how do you feel about that? What do you think you would do? What does that make you think? So that helps you as a parent find out kind of where they are and how they're processing it.
Maria Luce is the Empowered Mom. I hear you got a couple of books coming out. What are they about?
So one of them is about this very topic because I've written so much about how to talk to your kids after Orlando, the Dallas shootings, when my son asks, Mommy, is there still a killer on the loose? Which is, so these are topics that have become more and more prevalent, and so I will have a book coming out about how to talk to your kids about bad news and weather, and just helping empower them and empower you as a family. And then the Empowered Mom book is all about guiding our way through this thing called parenthood.
Yeah, and that's a tough thing for all of us to do. Want more information? Go to theempoweredmom.com. Maria Luce, thanks a lot for joining us this morning here on